Okay, we're going to learn about Ujjayi breath. And Ujjayi breath is the breath that I all the time use throughout the whole day, that I teach a lot during my hatha yoga practices. Ujjayi breath is a very soft breath inside that keeps you really connected to breathing, and that you're all the time basically aware, of your state of being. So Ujjayi breath is basically the breath that you stimulate from the space of the throat. So it's basically at the end of the mouth, going into the entrance of the throat, where you've got the glottis. Now you're going to contract the glottis. Now I'm going to teach you 3 ways of how you can start exploring Ujjayi breath. And Ujjayi breath is also called or referred to the sound of the waves on the ocean, because it makes that soft snoring breath, and you can feel the breath moving forwards and backwards, just like the waves on the ocean. So one way to do it is that you have your index fingers and your thumbs, and you're going to grab your lips together as if you're going to make those duck lips. And the moment you do that, there's only one way of breathing, which is through your nose in and out through your nose via the back of your throat. So you have your index fingers and your thumbs. You're going to grab the upper lips and the lower lips together. And just continue doing that. And when you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes. And when you close your eyes, you start connecting better and deeper with your breath. And also now, when you're doing this, when holding your lips, you feel really the inhalation passing through the space of the throat, the exhalation passing through the space of the throat. And you're going to listen more and more to that sound, that soft snoring sound in the space of your throat. Another way of doing it is that you bring the fingertips. And just here you can gently press, you feel that glottis. And just have you softly placing the fingertips there. And it brings you much more in contact with that space through which your Ujjayi breath is moving. So again, gently close your eyes. And so you in and exhale through your nose, and that breath passes to the space of the throat. And when you can physically, feel it a bit more where you're breathing, it can help you to stimulate Ujjayi breath. The third option is that you have your hand palms in front of your mouth, and you can imagine as if you've got a mirror or window, when you breathe against that, there's a damp that comes on. This is what you do with your hands as well. For me, this one is the least effective. I really always like teaching it with holding the lips, because then you really feel just how it moves from the nose down to the throat. So these are 3 options. I would say you try all 3 of them. And when you do them, just stay for a few minutes, 1, 2, 3 minutes, continuing practicing. When you start with the ones with the index fingers and the thumbs, when you feel that it's coming, then you can bring your hands down in mudra on your knees, and you continue breathing that way. If you're having the fingertips against the throat, against the glottis, and also there, when at one point you feel that Ujjayi is there, bring your hands again back down. And obviously the same as well. But this one is you're less in contact with breathing through your nose. And it's really come through the mouth. So the third one for me is the kind of the option I would try at the very end if nothing really works. But I think with the first 2, it should be fine. So then, when you're now sitting and you're practicing it, you just come back to it every time during the day. Let's say, for instance, if you're doing the dishes, you're standing with both feet beside each other. So when you're doing the dishes, breathe through Ujjayi, use your Ujjayi breath. And it's a breath you can use all day long, apart from when you're talking. And the moment when you start introducing Ujjayi much more in your daily life, you'll start noticing some shifts happening.